What's going on, everybody? This Tip Tuesday, we're talking about your affordances. All right, guys, so this is a dry erase marker. This can be used very effectively on that board behind me to write things in the course of a class. But the question today is, what else can this be used for? Well, I can use it to scratch my back. That's really useful, okay? If you're a self-defense minded individual, you can use it as a bolstered opportunity to either roll your hands and improve your fist, or you can use it as a pokey, proddy weapon. But what else can I use it for? Well, if I were to damage a hand and I have some tape, I can use this as a makeshift splint to hold that finger in place. So why are we talking about this? The idea this week is affordances. Affordances is basically the idea that you can only do with something that which you can see about that thing. That's a really complicated, convoluted way of saying I can only do with it what I can imagine doing with it. So if I look at this dry erase marker and I don't have any ability to see it as only the thing that I can write on the board with, that's all I see, well, that's all I can use it for. I can never think of it as something to scratch my back. I can never think of it as a potential self-defense tool. I can never think of it as a potential medical piece of equipment. So when we talk about affordances, we talk about how we can use the environment around us and the things in that environment. So I have a little exercise for you guys, okay? You are right now watching this, maybe sitting in your car, hopefully not driving, maybe sitting at home, maybe sitting at your office, maybe sitting in the bathroom, wherever you are. I want you to pick an object and I want you to come up with at least 5 things you can do with that object. Now, certainly one of the things should be the thing that the object is designed to do. So dry erase marker is designed to write on a dry erase board. That is obviously going to be option number 1. But your then goal is to come up with at least 4, there's no limit, you can certainly come up with 100 different ways that you can use this. How many different ways or how many different options do I have using a chair? How many different ways, how many options do I have using a calendar? How many ways, how many different options do I have using an apple, right? What can you do with all of these things? Then I have a secondary note for you, okay? One of the great things about affordances is it has provided us a lot of great endings or a lot of great opportunities or goals in our lives that we might not realize. Perfect example. In the past week, I have used the exact same cut of meat to make 3 very different products. I used a brisket. The first thing I did with the brisket was a good old-fashioned Texas smoke, salt, pepper. I threw some garlic powder on there. Shh, don't tell the purists. And then I smoked it up. Great brisket. I also used a brisket in a brine and made a pastrami, same idea, very different product, and also use a brisket to make a corned beef. So that same thing, well, it's all food, as you're gonna say. Absolutely, yes. Could I take the 12-pound brisket and bonk somebody in the head with it? Yes, you absolutely could. But what else can you do, even if it's own designed purpose or designed goal? So, homework, right away, pick something in your environment, 5 things you can do with it. But this exercise is really important for the rest of your life. As you're working, as you're driving around, you know, my martial arts students, we tend to do this all the time. Of course, literally everything. I have a friend who has a great quote. Anything can be a weapon if you hold it the right way. So obviously if I hold a marker this way, it's for writing. But the moment I flip it over, I now have that jabby implement. So anything can be used as a weapon, right? But that doesn't mean that that's the only option that I have available for all these things in my life. So when you're driving around, walking around, sitting at a restaurant, I want you guys to think about your affordances, right? Most of us walk in and out of the same door every day. What other path could you take? How else could you change the angles that you're moving to? So that's it for right now. As always, guys, I hope everybody's being safe out there. Our ask is please like and share this video for your friends. If you're in the self-defense world, affordances absolutely must be something that you're working on. If you've never heard of this concept before, I recommend a great book called Conflict Communications. There's also a lecture series that goes along with that. You can talk to me if you have more questions about that. And this is one of those important things, guys. You can apply it in your everyday life. And so can your friends. So tell them about this video. That's it for right now. Go make it a great day.